Hi everyone. The topic today is marketing strategy. Marketing requires a deep understanding of the customer needs and customer wants. In order to do that, we need to have the right strategies to tackle it. Marketing strategy involves a number of processes. These are segmentation, targeting, differentiation, and positioning. Segmentation involves where market involve people with different needs and different wants. Segmentation means that you categorize market into a few group. Each group has same needs and same wants. So in this case, we segment the market into three groups: market X, Y, and Z. That is called the segmentation. Targeting means that as a marketer, you need to analyze which market is the most attractive. Attractive means that in terms of profitability, communicability, accessibility. So by compare among these three markets, you have found that market X is the most attractive. So in this case, you target to this market by offering your product and services and sell to the market. That is called targeting. The last one, positioning, means that as we know, in the market, there are so many brands available. It is very important for you to ensure that your brand is something unique compared to the competitor. So positioning means that how you're going to make your brand unique in the mind of consumer, right? So then it will give the competitive advantage and you're able to grab the consumer attention. That is called the positioning. Market segmentation can be categorized into four parts. Geographic segmentation, it means that segment the market based on the country, city, density, language, and so on and so forth. For example, cosmetic companies are where they segment the market based on the region or climate, whether they are serving to the Middle East or Asia market or Western market, African market, depending on the region and climate. The cosmetic textures will be different. Even another example would be where website. The company website to whom that they are targeting to, depending on that, the type of language that they have provided will be different. Second one is demographic segmentation. It means that characteristic of the population. You can segment the market based on the consumer age, whether they are male or female, whether they are from the which income level group, what type of educational level they have. Depending on that, you can segment the market, right? You can see is where nowadays with the clothing, right? They have targeting to the different age group of the customers, right? Different income level. Psychographic segmentation means that you segment the market based on the consumer lifestyle, activity, interest, opinion, and personality, and so on and so forth. For example, if you can see around whether it is an automobile or mobile phone or maybe other property like condominium, right? They have depending on the people lifestyle, right? They have offer the product accordingly. This is called the psychographic segmentation. Behavior segmentation means that you segment the market based on the consumer purchasing behavior, depending on the benefit that consumers are looking for, depending on the usage, whether they are the heavy user or whether they are the slight user, whether they are the occasional user or frequent user. That is called the behavior segmentations. Shall we look at the in terms of example? If you look at the example, you have a clear understanding. So in this case is where McDonald's, how the McDonald's have geographically they segment the market. Accordingly, they have offered the product based on the geographical regions. If you look at here, how these McDonald's in Japan are different from the McDonald's in other Asia countries, right? So that is called the geographic segmentations. The taste will be different, the language that they use will be different. Demographic segmentation is where, in this case, is where depending on the age and income, right? Age and income, and depending on the whether they are gender, right? So how to segment the market. So in this case, this particular clothing line is targeting to these females, right? Who are belong to the particular age group and particular income group. Behavior segmentation means that segment based on the consumer purchasing habit. So in this case, the example is where Starbucks coffee, how the Starbucks has segmented the market based on the people who are non-coffee drinker, or some people are serious coffee drinker. For the serious coffee drinker, they have different product according. They have a coffee that suitable for them, and for the non-coffee drinker, they have the mint mocha, right? It's up to the non-coffee drinker. That is called the behavior segmentation, right? And the last one, psychological segmentation, based on the consumer lifestyle or opinion or interest, right? So nowadays, if you can see where Nike, right? Nike, once upon a time, is where the shoes are where it's only meant for athletes, right? Nowadays, if you can see, is where Nike have different type of shoes meant for different type of sports, right? Even you can wear for occasional basis, right? Nike nowadays is where you can even customize the product. This is called the psychological segmentations. The last one, which is the next one, which is the market targeting. You can target the market in the 4 different ways. The first one is called the undifferentiated marketing. Undifferentiated marketing means that you assume that the whole market have same needs and same wants. You ignore the customers with different needs and different wants. So you serve to the whole market. You introduce the one type of product, you serve to the whole market. That is called the undifferentiated marketing. Differentiated marketing means that you are sensitive to the consumer with different needs and different wants. So you divide the customer into a different group. You come out with a product and you serve to each group of the customers. So in this case, is where fairy product is a detergent, depending on the type of benefit that consumers are looking for, type of flavor that consumers are looking for. They come out with the 4 different variety. They serve to the 4 different market. That is called the differentiated marketing. The next one, which is called the concentrated marketing, means that we look at the market. We only focus on the one or a few segments, right? And we specialize our product, we serve to it. For example, where whole food market, we realize where consumer nowadays are health conscious. They are looking for this nutrition type of food. So they are more prone to the organic vegetable than the normal one. As you know that normal vegetables are where they have used a lot of chemicals. So there are people where a group of people are there looking for the organic food. So in this case, is how this whole food markets are catered to these people who want to buy the organic stuff. So this is called the concentrated marketing, right? Concentrated marketing is where if you know how to do it, it can become a success. So in order to do that, you must have the specialties and you must have the resources to do it. If you know how to specialize the product, you serve to the market effectively, your business can be a success. Micro marketing is where there are 2 types of micro marketing: local marketing and individual marketing. Local marketing means that depending on the local needs, you're trying to differentiate your product. You're trying to cater to the each of the local needs. For example, like MacDonald's, how the MacDonald's have changed their flavor and the taste depending on the local needs. This is called the local marketing, right? And individual marketing that with the technology nowadays, it will be so much easier for us to communicate directly to the individual customers, right? And then, for example, where Amazon.com, how the Amazon.com has been became very successful because they know how to personalize the service very well. Where the customers are so happy with it, they stick with it. Because if you look at the Amazon.com history, Amazon.com was the first time when the Amazon.com started selling the books online. There are a number of people speculate that this company is not going to make it, because buying the books online is something that which is not people used to do it. Usually, people buy the book is where they're going to go to a bookshop, they're going to browse through it, they're going to hang out. So these are normal things that people do in it. Once the Amazon.com starts selling it, it's just where people do not really think that it will be successful. But Amazon.com is where they know how to personalize the service so well that people are so much comfortable, so much convenient with that. They stick with the Amazon.com. Right? Nowadays, you can see is where Amazon.com is not only selling the books, but also they sell the across the product. Right? And besides that, Coca-Cola is also trying to sensitive to the individual needs by offering this Coca-Cola bottle by personalizing individual consumers' names. Right? That is how they're trying to attract the consumers. So these are the 4 different types of the targeting strategies.